All right, you guys ready? Damn. I don't know why this is so incredibly satisfying every time I do it. But oh, let's get the full effect. Let's turn the display on. There we go. Oh yeah. All right. Man, I love that. So welcome back, guys, to Moto Photo Adventures. I'm Bill, and this is my garage. Hey guys, I just want to talk to you a little bit about the Carpuride since we're sitting here with Frank, and he just said something really cool. What was that, Frank? Telling me about the Carpuride.
My Carpuride 603 has gone from New York to Tennessee in the rain, about 9 hours of being rained on. No water inside the unit at all.
Absolutely amazing.
So far, so good.
Thank you for that testimonial. I was just telling Frank that I'm going to put mine to the test, and I'm going to put a shower, if you will, from the hose for a few hours to test the IP67 capability of the unit, since we've all experienced units that take on water. I guess I don't have to do that. All right, guys. So today I am pretty excited. Well, at least I think I am. I believe what's in this box is my new Carpuride. And yes, this is a sponsored video by Carpuride. We communicated over a couple of weeks, and they agreed to send us a beautiful new unit. A big, beautiful unit. And it is especially for this model of BMW with Wonder Wheel, or in England I think they call it a Whizzy Wheel. So anyway, that is how it interacts with the motorcycle. We're going to open this box, find out if it is in fact the Carpuride unit, because if it isn't, all of this is for nothing. So here we go. All right. We have some styrofoam. And there we are, folks. The Carpuride 702BS. I'm excited to see how this integrates with my iPhone, the controls from the handlebars here, and what we're doing is actually replacing this guy. This is a Thork Racing DMD software-based T865X tablet. That one is going bye-byes, and our Carpuride is going in its place. Talk to you soon.
I'd like to take a moment to thank the Oaks Private School for sponsoring this episode. The Oaks Private School is an accredited school catering to families who want to educate their children in their own home. The Oaks Private School, or TOPS, provides a transcript and a diploma that is accepted by universities worldwide as well as the U.S. military. TOPS offers a wide variety of curricula to fit the learning style of each student, whether it's an online or a traditional style. So please check out their website at www.theoaksprivateschool.com to learn more or to set up a counseling session with one of their professionals.
All right, let's open this puppy up and see what we got here. All right. I don't believe there's a whole lot of anything in here other than the unit itself, because it basically just snaps right into the BMW cradle, and there really isn't much else to it other than learning, of course, how to use it. But it should power right up from the cradle and work immediately with the controls. So again, we have boxes open here. There's some styrofoam that protects the screen. It is a 7-inch display, and that is touchscreen. All right, let's carefully see if we can drop this guy out of here. Nope, that doesn't want to work. All right, we're gonna pull it out of here carefully and do this safely rather than try to look impressive on camera. So let me get right back with you guys. All right, now that I got my fat fingers in the box here, this, ladies and gentlemen, is what we're looking at. Inside the box, there is a manual. And let's see if we can clown that out of here. Nothing else in the box. That's all we need. And this guy is going to go right in place of that. I can't wait. I'm pretty excited. All right. So let's pull this out. As you guys can see, the T865, the DMD tablet, utilizes a different style of a cradle. It does use the stock mounting arm from BMW, but everything else is different. So what we have to do is just pull that off really quickly and put the stock one back on. No wiring involved, just a plug. So I'll be back with you guys here in a jiffy, and I'll get this installed on and get that new beautiful Carpuride installed in its place. All right, guys, so before we get into viewing and the review of this unit, I just want to cover a couple of different things. We are sponsored by Carpuride for this video, and we got the product at no cost to us. And also, we are an affiliate, and we will have an affiliate link down in the description. Make sure you use that. Yes, it does give us a small commission, but it gives you 30% off the price. As of this morning, full retail is $520 on the 702BS. It is on sale today for $399.90. If you use our affiliate link, you get 30% off that sales price. So that should put you down around $300 or a little under $300. And that's a heck of a deal. A little bit about Carpuride themselves and why we engage with them and not others. They are a premier manufacturer. They've been manufacturing electronics and stereo equipment, audio equipment for 12 plus years now. They employ 200 engineers and 3,000 employees. So this is a large company. They also engage with, they are what they call an OE or OEM manufacturer, meaning they produce products for large car manufacturers, both here in the US, Japan, and all over Europe. So these folks aren't new to the game. They're not a fly-by-night company, and that's why we were so happy and thrilled that they wanted to work with us. As far as this specific unit that we're going to review here today, the 702BS, they make that in two different versions. A 7-inch, which is the one that I have here, and the 5-inch. Make sure that you get the appropriate size unit for what your needs are on your motorcycle. I hate to see you order the 7-inch if it's too large or doesn't fit what else you have going on up there. So make sure you measure and accordingly before you order. Also, in terms of a return, should you order something incorrectly, there is a 30-day return policy. The warranty on this product is 24 months. Just wanted to show you guys this real quickly. Before you try to set this into your cradle, there is a small protective piece of plastic that covers the contact on the back of the 702BS unit. Make sure you peel that off in addition to the protective piece on your screen, of course. So now that we have swapped the DMD2 cradle back to the stock BMW unit, obviously this is what most people are going to have. And in terms of the actual installation of the unit, you just set it in bottom first. There's a little slot, if you guys can see that, right here at the bottom. And that hooks in right to the BMW cradle on the bottom here. Lines up all the pins. You simply snap it forward, push the locking mechanism shut, turn the key, and you're done. Now, to turn it on, let's see, do I have a key close enough? I do. Turn on your ignition. And the Carpuride comes on to life immediately. I did shift my cradle slightly to the left to kind of center up the TFT screen with this Carpuride unit. It's set off to the right a little bit. You know, obviously there's no issue there in terms of function. It's just I like to see things being plumb and straight and square and that kind of thing. So other than that, 22 degrees Celsius, 71.6 Fahrenheit. If you don't like that screen in terms of the brightness, you just set it right there. And you can tune that. You can also hit this mode button and you can have a dark screen if you prefer. Don't worry about my service being overdue. I saw you guys looking at that. I actually have another video coming. So meanwhile, we'll flick that over here and that's gone. Okay, moving on. I kind of like the dark screen. So I know absolutely nothing about this. I see what you guys see, 12.3 volts, front and rear tire. I'm assuming that'll pop up just like it does on a BMW nav once you get rolling for a few while. It is kind of cool though. That says neutral, so I'm assuming, yeah, there you go. So you have your gear indicator, and this is something that a lot of electronic companies that make these nav units have tried to do and haven't been able to duplicate, and that's understanding all the pins in the BMW cradle. And obviously these guys have this nailed. So we have a tach over here, and we have temperature over here, and this, that, and the other. And a lot of folks may say that is a lot of redundant information. I agree. However, if you come down here and you're on a trip, and you go down to your TFT and you flip it over here, and you want to pay attention to your onboard computer for whatever reason, or any other, or your trip computer, or any other screen, you can still monitor your other parameters like your tire pressure and your engine temperature, coolant temperature, voltages, RPM, not so important, miles per hour, you have it down here in a TFT. But you have your trip going, you have your actual odometer reading up here, you have your temperature. I think this is a super, super neat idea to have this screen available to you while you have something else going on down on your TFT. I just changed the brightness setting to auto, and I see it absolutely perfectly clear. Hope you folks do the same. Matter of fact, let's change it to dark. And oh, see the two yellow circles for the brakes that I mentioned earlier? All right, we're going to stop for the school bus. That's a good time to change the mode to dark. Sorry, I got gloves on my hands, so a little tricky. But it is pretty responsive to gloved fingers. So lean angle 14%, pretty cool. 16% the other way. Gotta love it. I gotta be honest, I like the light gray better, personally. So now I've never tried to adjust it with the Wonder Wheel, and I don't know if that is possible or not. So that's something I will play with in the garage. Anyway, back to the light gray. Alright, gotta watch my speed here. We're in a school zone. So as you can see on the BMW, if you can see that, I'm gonna long press the menu button on the handlebar right here, down, and it drops to TFT, which is the BMW display. I'm going to hold the menu button, long hold up, and it goes up to navigation, which brings me up to here. I'm going to do a right hold on the Wonder Wheel, click it to the right and hold it, and that brings me over to the Carpuride. And somehow or another it looks like I also activated Siri there for a second, so maybe I held it too long, not quite sure. Alright, so this time I did a brief hold, which brought me to the main menu. Let me just pay attention here to some traffic, and I'm gonna do a brief hold again. Nope, that brought me to the lights. So I guess I gotta Not sure what I gotta do. If I gotta scroll, anyway, I'll mess with that and figure that out later. So here is my, whoa, what do we got going on here? Alright. And we may proceed. Alright, so I'm going to scroll over to, let's go to maps. And there we go. Now that is not the view I prefer, so I'm going to scroll downwards till I get to that arrow right there and right click it. And then I'm going to go scroll down one more time on the Wonder Wheel right there, right click it again to 3D. Yeah, that's better. That's a view I can get behind. Yeah, so everything seems to work really great. The brightness is perfect. I don't know what else to say other than that I'm super pleased. As you can see over here in the top left corner, it also gives me signal strength, which is really weak in this area. Looks like I got about 2 bars. It also tells me that my phone is charging, which it is. It's currently inside my my tank bag charging. Alright, let's say you want to select some music. Let me see if I can turn this windshield up a little bit more. Slow down here and take up some of that wind resistance. Let's see if I can quiet this down a little bit more. Alright, so say you want to listen to some music and you're using your main screen. The first thing you want to do is highlight that blue box down in the lower left hand corner. By clicking your blinker cancel switch in, highlights it, quick flick to the right, quick flick to the right again. Now you can see I am set on messages. So we're gonna continue scrolling until we see my Sirius XM. And I'm just scrolling on the Wonder Wheel downwards. And you have to continue to scroll until the app writing is highlighted with a black background and white writing. As you can see, that is all set now. So we do a quick click to the right. And again, I'm going to scroll until I see what I want. So I'm scrolling the Wonder Wheel downwards. I'm not asking Siri for anything. And I'm going to go to Classic Rewinds, which is now highlighted. And I'm going to do a right click. And there's my music. Now, you don't hear music because I haven't turned on my Cardo. Because I was going to be talking here during this video. I didn't want to get interrupted by messages, phone calls, music, etc. But at any rate, if I was to turn on my Cardo right now, you would hear the music. If you want to pause it, you do a right click again. If you want to get out of it, you would do a left click. And you want to do a left click again. And it'll just back you out of the menu until you're back to your home page. If you want to go back now to your motorcycle screen or parameters, do a long left hold on the Wonder Wheel, and there you go. As you can see, I'm just kind of flicking through some apps here so you guys can see how fast it reacts, how smooth it is. We're currently on Waze. So we're going to scroll down to some functions on Waze. We're down to the plus sign. And here's where you can select your different settings. And again, remember, you scroll to reach to where you want to go, and then you flick left or right once you get there to select it. We're cruising down Sam Rittenberg here, approaching the Ashley River. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous place. Good fishing too. At any rate, we're going to cross over the river here and get on 26, head down to our destination. And I'm just going to take you guys for a cruise along here and so you can check it out. Not sure what Jason's going to do. Maybe he's going to whip up some music for us. Or maybe he is going to edit us to our destination. We'll find out, I guess. What do you think, Jason? Music or edit? All right. You guys getting bored yet? I know, it's a little dry, but I gotta get through this. I gotta show you some of the features. I'm sorry, but you gotta thank me later. All right guys, so let's power this up from dead. I wanted to show you this really quickly. It's going to link to my phone, but the Carpuride comes on. That is your main motorcycle screen parameter, engine screen, call it what you want. And then it's going to switch. There you go, all by itself. And that's what you should expect. It'll, in my case, it's Apple CarPlay because I use an iPhone, and that's what you should expect. Now, if you want to go back and see that engine screen, see this little button. Actually, let's do it the right way. That is not the right way. See, it says Car Home. It'll tell you what sound output it's playing from. It only does that once. Now, this is your main screen. But we want to go back to the engine screen. And in order to go back there, you see this little house up here, a little triangular shaped guy. Just touch that, and then you go back there. Now, I had an opportunity yesterday to play around with it quite a bit. Went for a little ride with some friends and my wife. And I was able to play with all of these screens. I can tell you, in bright sunlight, this screen here, as you can see, it's more a lighter color, like a lightish gray. Much easier to see during the daytime than the dark screen. Now, I prefer looking at the dark screen personally, but you can see it much better. An amazing response, by the way. See how fast this thing responds? I found some other cool things too. See these two guys up here? I said to myself, geez, they look like brake rotors and calipers. Sure enough, I'm going to squeeze my front brake. Turns yellow. How cool is that? It's the same thing when you, let me see if I lean down here and find my rear brake. I just thought that was super cool. Functional, something you need? Probably not. But anyways, I just love them. They're so fun. At any rate, so we'll get into that. I had a really good opportunity to play around with this thing quite a bit. Everything works great off the controls. This lower gauge here, which I thought was my fuel range or fuel left in the tank or whatever, I found out it was something actually kind of cool because I like cool things or different things. It is a throttle indicator. So I'm going to twist my throttle. It's a throttle positioning sensor, apparently. Useful? Maybe. Nah, probably not. But apparently it's built into the bike. You got to remember, nothing is proprietary here to Carpuride. They are just very smart people that figure out how to pull all these parameters and all this information from the the pins inside your BMW cradle. So all of this information lives inside your bike already. We just don't have access to it or a way to display it on the BMW TFT. But they have figured out a way to extract all this stuff. Temperature gauge, I did notice that it runs kind of hot on the gauge. My motorcycle is running normal temperature, what it always does, but I did notice that it was close to the edge. Not quite touching, but close. You have your speedometer, you have a trip meter, that resets for every trip you take. You have a tachometer over here, and for the mile per hour, if you want to change it, you just hold it, I'm told, and then it changes over to kilometers, if that's what your preference is, or what, you know, whatever country you're in. And you just hold this button again, or in the center of the screen, and it goes back to miles per hour. Oh, you sure get the feeling you're going somewhere. And we have arrived. This is the bridge to nowhere. I mean, pretty cool. Must be low tide, I guess. All I see is muck. But the smell is so good. If you folks have never been to Charleston, South Carolina, come on down and visit. Just don't stay, because we're getting too full. I'm one of those damn Yankees myself. They say Yankees come and go, they just visit, and damn Yankees, they come and they stay. What a cool place. You know, people say that this is ugly. You know, the graffiti. I actually think it's awesome. And I'm glad they're not painting over it. I'm glad they leave it. Sun is right above us, so we're going to stop right here for a little quick photo shoot. Oh, we'll go past that one. Alright, back to the Carpuride. It is absolutely amazing, folks. I can't say enough. I couldn't be happier. It is absolutely beautiful. So again, huge thanks to Carpuride for allowing me to review this product for you. I'm excited. We've been sharing some information back and forth. I absolutely love this thing. Thank you for watching us. Give us a huge thumbs up if you got anything out of this. Please subscribe to our channel. And welcome to the bridge to nowhere here in Charleston, South Carolina. Have a great day, guys. Catch you on the next one.
Moto.